Alright, I figured I'd give you guys an update on my flight sim setup. I did 2 flights tonight. I haven't flown in a while, actually. Basically, we did Vegas to Salt Lake, and then Salt Lake back to Vegas, and I mean, overall, everything was working really well. You can see I've got my display there. I've got charts up there this time. I guess some things to note with it is I'm not using the tablet anymore. I could be using that tablet, but I'm really not. Simply because it's just not. It's because I've been using my FMC, which I'll talk about that in a minute. As some of you may have known, I was using a 6th gen iPad for my. That was my initial. For my charts, but that was my daughter's iPad that was broken and it wasn't really working well. She'd play games and it would just crash. Now it's crashing every time you load it, so something is wrong inside. I think it's a problem with the logic board or something. I did notice, I'm gonna pull this back. I don't know if I can show it. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's cracked up here. So I'm wondering if she may have dropped it at one point and broke it. I don't know. But knowing how Apple repair is, it's probably just junk. Who knows? Maybe I'll mess with it one day. But, doesn't really matter. Anyways, for the panels, they are all working well. The lights, the test works perfect. The resets for them, recalls, they all work as they should. This panel, I do have one problem with that I need to fix. So the test function works for the first test, but the lower test does not. I think I have a problem in my. I'm learning, my soldering skills are getting better, but that one I had a problem with it. That's working perfect. This thing, my flight manager or my mode control panel, working perfect. Update to my overhead panel, and all my lights over here are working pretty much perfect. One of the things that I did, by the way, was there's a lights test on the actual 737, and I put it on a switch. So if I hit the lights test on my switch, you'll see as I switch it, it goes into test mode. So everything goes into test mode. The same goes for everything over here. It goes into its test mode. That comes on, and you can see all the lights are on. They're working as they should, with the exception of the standby rudder light, which I did not even notice was off. But that might be an easy fix. I didn't even notice that was off. I'll fix that one. So we have one light that isn't working. I didn't even notice that. Again, that's why I do these tests. That's why I put that light there to test it. I've been using on the back of these lights a hot glue gun to secure them in place, because the problem was that some of the wires were just not fully secure, and that was causing an issue. So yeah, I just kind of been fixing it that way. But anyways, they're all working perfect. I'll turn the lights test off. As far as my FMC goes, I did do some major updates to it, fixing it. First off, I found a new program that allows me to modify the screen so that it widens it to where it should be. So now my screen, if I go to all my pages, you can see they are basically where they should be, and they're aligned fairly well. Not perfect by all means, but way better than they were. All the buttons you can see are backlit. The backlighting is working well. The only problem I have is intermittently some of these bottom buttons are not working. I think it's in the back. I gotta check some cold solders that may have happened. I also need to make sure that the Arduino board is actually fully secured onto the back of it. I feel like it keeps coming loose, so I need to double check it to make sure it's not coming loose. it could be one of two things. But like if I type in like into here, you can see it's, you know, it's working now. Like if I do it like right now, let me fix one thing real quick on here. But yeah, like it's working now. So if I hit Z, see, like all that's working, which is good. The plus key, it's working now, which is good. I mean, it was intermittent, but it seems to be working pretty well now. So yeah, major updates to my sim. I still need to finish, obviously, these. I started cutting out the inserts for them. The window heats, they're done. I gotta get the probe heat warnings, anti-ice, hydraulics, and the doors panels. Those are the ones I have left to do. But we've did a lot with the light, with family stuff going on, which always takes precedence. So I haven't really done any more things. I gotta buy some more. Eventually, buy some more. Eventually, I gotta buy some more printed circuit boards, PCBs, for the backs of them, so I can finish adding those in. But other than that, it worked well. Both flights worked well. Everything's worked, which is something I haven't been able to say in a while with this. So great. So, yeah.